The night Manny Pacquiao terrified America.
It's yours, but it's not going to develop. He had no idea. Nation in the eyes of Ledwaba.
June 23rd, 2001. The dimly lit MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas buzzed with anticipation, ready for another electrifying night of boxing. The spotlight was on the main event, featuring Africa's reigning champion, Lelo Ledwaba, going up against an unknown skinny kid from the Philippines named Manny Pacquiao. Few could have guessed that this outsider, a stranger to the American audience and a fighter from halfway across the world, was about to deliver a performance that would leave America stunned in disbelief. By the summer of 2001, IBF super bantamweight world champion Lelo Ledwaba was considered one of the best fighters in his division. The South African boxer had an impressive career both as an amateur and as a professional, boasting a record of 30 wins. For 8 years he remained undefeated and had successfully defended his world title 5 times. But who was his opponent? A young Filipino fighter named Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, just 22 years old. While he was already a known name in his home country, Pacquiao was virtually unknown outside of Asia. In America, his name didn't carry any weight. Many didn't even know how to pronounce it. 2 weeks before Ledwaba's scheduled fight, his original opponent, Mexican boxer Enrique Sanchez, pulled out due to an injury. The champions team found themselves scrambling to find a replacement. That's when Pacquiao entered the picture. Ranked only 3rd at the time, he was the only fighter willing to step up and take on the challenge. With little notice, Pacquiao flew to the United States. Fate brought him to the legendary trainer Freddie Roach at the Wildcard Gym in Hollywood. Under Roach's guidance, Pacquiao had just 2 intense weeks of preparation for what would be his life-changing title fight. No one expected an upset. The odds were so clear-cut that Las Vegas casinos refused to even take bets on the fight. To bookmakers, it seemed impossible for Pacquiao, a last-minute replacement, to stand a chance against the polished champion. Even the top-ranked promoters joked with Freddie Roach when he insisted otherwise. Pacquiao looked like the ultimate underdog. Ledwaba's team wasn't worried either. The name Manny Pacquiao meant nothing to them. The champion and his coaches didn't even bother studying the new contender's fighting style. Why would they? Ledwaba had dismantled challengers time and again with ease. To them, this fight was no different. The night before the bout, HBO commentator Jim Lampley smiled as he asked viewers to forgive him if he mispronounced the unusual name of the newcomer. To everyone, Manny was a wild card, a nobody. The atmosphere was thick with confidence that the champion would have an easy night. But those expectations would crumble in spectacular fashion. From the very first second of the fight, Manny Pacquiao exploded into action. Without hesitation, he charged forward like a storm, unleashing a relentless barrage of powerful punches on the champion. Ledwaba, caught off guard by the ferocity of the newcomer, found his trademark confidence start to waver.
Fighter Ledwaba. And remember, whenever you have this situation, part of the competitive angle from which to attack.
You know, I'd like to think that you should get in there and just fight those guys.
Exactly what Emmanuel Stewart was saying to me last week about a conventional fighter fighting.
Get your hands in and bring them right
as
back
much
in.
against a southpaw, because with that Pacquiao. Say Pacquiao.
Pacquiao
Yeah.
should fight here. He shouldn't try to. The whole book he has.
Yeah, he showed us that in South Africa, where he completely dominated that particular evening.
But you can jump be able to regain his
Blood from Ledwaba's nose.
Keep him up, right?
Don't allow it. Then you are in shape trying to box a boxer. In bad shape.
Pacquiao landing some hard shots.
That's what you got to do. Throw it all out.
Manny Pacquiao has landed the harder shots in round 1, and now he dominates the last minute of the round with a full-scale attack against Ledwaba. Freddie Roach said to me yesterday, hey, look, we have great respect for Ledwaba, and we know he's a great boxer.
In the second round, the champion tries to dictate the pace, but Pacquiao refuses to slow down. Midway through the round, Manny catches Ledwaba with a precise left straight counterpunch, and the champion hits the canvas. The crowd gasps in shock.
If you want to fight, the fight is yours, but it's not going to develop like that.
You talk about getting old in a hurry. Ladies Manolo Ledwaba looks
Ledwaba quickly gets back on his feet, more stunned than truly shaken. Commentator Larry Merchant, witnessing the moment, remarked, "Before the fight, everyone wondered if a win for Ledwaba would launch him into superstardom. Now they're asking, is Manny Pacquiao the one destined to become the next superstar?"
Started in the first couple of punches thrown in the first round.
Absolutely. I think this guy just hit so hard that Ledwaba is totally on the defensive.
Ledwaba came in as the potential star. Right now, it looks like Pacquiao may go out as the star.
He took this fight on only 2 weeks' notice, only came here to America 10 days ago, and he is banging Ledwaba right now.
You gotta fight. If you want to be a star, you gotta fight. That's a rude awakening for a good master boxer like Ledwaba. There you go, a body shot by Ledwaba. That may change things. You got
He lands 2 straight lefts.
He went to the body, and that's the most important shot tonight. Right to the body.
So Ledwaba momentarily coming alive after having tasted canvas in round 2, having tasted his own blood in round 1.
This is the time to go to the body if you're Ledwaba. Go to the body and beat and maintain pain.
And he has suddenly stopped Pacquiao's assault. Now Pacquiao comes back with a body shot of his own. And bangs Ledwaba again with a big left upstairs. What a fight. They're trading vicious body shots at short range.
Ledwaba is not landed that left hook. Once he throws that, if he's able to throw it, you can see a different fight. A left hook to the body.
Well, he's going to get a chance, too, because Pacquiao is squaring up.
Each round turns into a fight for survival for Ledwaba. Pacquiao barely slows down, maintaining an aggressive and versatile approach. Every punch he lands chips away at the champion's confidence. Ledwaba's nose is bloodied, his breathing labored. He tries to hold his guard and retreat, hoping to drag out the fight, but Manny is relentless. He presses forward, attacking the body and head with punishing combinations.
Between rounds, throw the left hook, land the left hook. Pacquiao, and another. And a big right hand upstairs. And now he's got Ledwaba back on the defensive and bleeding badly.
He's got to stay on it. He cannot give him a break.
He's now appearing all over Pacquiao.
Ledwaba has American cutman Cassius Green in his corner. And Green's got a big job in front of him, as the nose is pouring blood.
You got to understand, you need that strength. You need every drop of blood you can.
Well, and when it's pouring straight out of your nose like that, George,
you don't have it as reserves.
You can get in an experience
give
like
him
that.
a 10-8 round, an extra point for the knockdown. That was incredible. It appeared as though Joe Cortez was going to call it no knockdown. He signaled no knockdown. When Ledwaba didn't respond, that's when he pitched Green is probably using adrenaline chloride 1 to 1,000 in the nose and ice on the outside.
Straight right hand of his. Shouldn't bend over at all. You just got to stand in position and does a good job of it.
Yeah, but so far, Pacquiao has landed more power shots than Ledwaba has been able to throw punches. So it's a CompuBox wipeout. There's a big left hand for Ledwaba. But here comes Pacquiao again.
Ledwaba stands his ground and just throw the right hand. The guy's right there in front of him. There it is.
There you go.
Can't reach out for it as Ledwaba's doing. You got to let him just fall into it.
Now Ledwaba seizes the initiative, starts firing his jab. Learns.
Guy from the Philippines, guy from South Africa.
By the 5th round, the crowd erupts in applause with every blow Pacquiao lands. The American audience, indifferent to the fight an hour earlier, now stares in amazement. They witness their champion and favorite being dismantled in real time by an unstoppable underdog.
It's called Hands of Stone. which of course originated with Roberto Duran.
Make him move out of your way.
Pacquiao got away with a low blow. Joe Cortez was blocked from seeing it.
He wants to back away. Then you make him respect you, and then you can get your left caught this guy Ledwaba by surprise. You jab him to the body 3 or 4 times, and then come up.
Ledwaba getting a little bit more adept at ducking and slipping away from Pacquiao's power shots. Hasn't yet found the right offense to go behind that.
That's what Pacquiao's got to do. Keep throwing the shots, Pacquiao. Keep the punching on. You can't allow this guy to get his balance going. Get back on you.
There are so many southpaw cuties in the lower weight classes. There aren't that many southpaw punchers with mustard. Pacquiao is fun to watch. Boom.
Round 6 arrives and reality sets in for the champion. Ledwaba knows there will be no miracle. During the break, his corner frantically urges him to hold on, but the despair is already visible in his eyes. On the other side, Pacquiao smells victory. He storms out of his corner for the final assault. Manny unleashes a brutal flurry, targeting the body before delivering a lightning-fast left hook to the jaw, followed by a crushing right hand. Ledwaba goes down for the second time in the fight.
He's been caught by surprise. He's a good fighter. He had no idea.
Pacquiao may take care of it.
4, 5, 6.
With great effort, he gets back to his feet, wobbling as blood streams down his face. Confusion fills his eyes as the referee assesses him and allows the fight to continue. But Manny doesn't hesitate. The moment the action resumes, he charges in for the finish.
In the eyes of Ledwaba.
A few devastating blows later, Ledwaba collapses in the corner, completely spent. This time, there's no need for a count. The referee waves it off immediately. For a brief moment, a deafening silence blankets the arena. Thousands of fans sit in stunned disbelief, processing what just unfolded.
That's a TKO victory for the very impressive Manny Pacquiao.
An unknown fighter from a distant land has come and ripped the crown from a decorated champion with ruthless dominance. The silence feels eternal, though it lasts only seconds. Then, the wave hits. Shock and exhilaration explode through the crowd. Some clutch their heads in disbelief. Others cheer wildly for the new champion.
Never seen him. I frankly had never heard of him. But I've seen and heard of him now.
And you want to see him again.
I want to see him again.
That night in Las Vegas, the world of boxing shifted forever. A once unknown fighter named Manny Pacquiao made a thunderous entrance onto the global stage, joining the ranks of the sport's elite. His electrifying victory was more than just a win. It was the first step toward international stardom and a legacy of greatness. The American audience, previously unaware of his existence, was now buzzing about the new sensation. Promoters and broadcasters quickly realized they were witnessing a fighter like no other, whose breathtaking style left fans in awe.
Joe Cortez, following the second knockdown, waves off the count and calls a halt to the bout. The winner by knockout victory, and now a 2-time world champion. He is now the reigning IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
You know, I said before this fight, guys, that if he was anywhere near as good as Flash Elordi, we would really see something.